Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your January 2020 horoscope for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So if you are new to this channel, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you have any suggestions on anything that you'd like me to cover astrology wise. If you're watching this on Instagram, then feel free to follow the page so that you don't miss out on any new videos in the future. And leave a like, as well as a comment if you have any thoughts to add. Of course, the sun is at the galactic center currently, so we are moving into a very intense time right now as our consciousness is at this galactic center point of what is our mission, what is our goal, where are we headed, where is destiny taking us. And of course, this is pulling us into Capricorn season, where we have seen this Capricorn energy build up, which is leading to a new moon solar eclipse with Jupiter on top of it. So this is a big opportunity, big doorways opening up. And of course, we have this Pluto-Saturn conjunction building, which we will see in January. So we're closing in on some very intense times. Brand new year, brand new decade. And it's a very intense year astrologically speaking, as we have some major intense transits. Of course, this new moon solar eclipse in Capricorn will end with a full moon total lunar eclipse. So we haven't seen that throughout 2019. We've sort of dealt with these partial lunar eclipses. So, starting off for you, Cancer, we have the Queen of Swords. And so, immediately, this feels a lot like not standing by your truth. And so, for those of you out there, if you are trying to please others, if you are trying to fit in, if you are trying to do what others think is best for you, then this is definitely a moment of change and realizing who you are, especially as we are at this galactic center of your consciousness, at this galactic point of seeing your mission, seeing your ultimate goal in life. And so this is a time of, if you are not standing by your truth, if you are not being authentically who you are, if you're not doing it the way that you know is best for you, this is time to change, because ultimately, when we look at the Queen of Swords, this is always about defending your truth, standing by your truth. And there is something here where, with this in reverse, a lot of you are not doing this, right? And a lot of times when we think about truth, we think about telling the truth. But there's also something about truth that is actually being in your true authenticity and doing what you know authentically makes you happy, brings you joy in your life. And so this is a big moment for you, Cancer, as you're moving in. The time's sort of running out now leading up to what this 2020 is going to look for you. We're at the galactic center now with the sun here. And so this is a major decision moment for you to decide what 2020 is going to look like for you. Because we're only a few days away from this Capricorn season where things will start to solidify, become more concrete. And so you only really have a few days to sort of move around and make different decisions. Once we're in Capricorn, we're sort of locked in for what type of energy we're moving into for this whole new decade, for this whole new year. And so this is a major decision time for you. And we talked a lot about this with Mars being in Scorpio all year, that it is a major decision moment. So if you're not making a decision, then really you're going against your own truth, your own authenticity. And this is what this card is about. Now there's also something here though with the 8 of Wands where, again, you're kind of on the fence, not really making a choice, sort of. And I talked about this before, that with this new moon solar eclipse, if you're not making a decision, you're making a decision to go backwards, right? No decision is a decision at this point, as things are starting to solidify, become more concrete with this Capricorn energy. That with this 8 of Wands here, you're not really allowing yourself to go through the full transformation. You're not really allowing yourself to let the pieces fall into place, to let things rearrange themselves. As we see this 8 of Wands, notice how the wands are kind of placed kind of weirdly, things not really aligned. But there's something here about how if you just observe it and allow it to happen, everything does fall into place. And it is something about how the number 8 always goes back to this transformation, this internal power, this intensity, right? Going through this death and rebirth within yourself. And so there is something here about how you're really not allowing yourself to go through the proper transformation because you're not allowing all the pieces to fall into place as they should. And so with this, Cancer, it really comes down again to following your truth, following your authenticity of who you really are and what really serves you, that you allow yourself to go through this change and through these experiences so that everything in your life does fall into place, right? This is about moving out of what is safe, what is comfortable, and moving into what is truly secure and what truly serves you. And it's interesting that we see the star here in reverse. And as I'm holding this card, you know, what I'm really getting at and what I'm really getting, channeling through, is this North Node. You know, for those of you who are Cancer rising, this North Node either in your 1st or 12th house, there is something here where this North Node is in your own sign, right? This destiny point is in your own sign. You think about the star, like, are you following that point of destiny? Are you following that star, that guiding direction that's trying to pull you into this new experience, this new area in your life? A lot of you aren't doing that, right? With the star in reverse, a lot of you aren't shining your true light. A lot of you aren't following that guiding star in the night that is guiding you in the direction of your true destiny, of who you truly are. A lot of this is about who are you? Who are you truly? Are you living in that truth? And so this is your time to shine. This is your time to be authentically and truly who you are. And as you do that, yes, it does. Once again, we talked about this with the 8 of Wands, and we're seeing Wands again here, because there is something where as you are stepping into your truth and who you are and allowing that to shine and allowing these pieces to fall into place, that it brings us to this 8 of Wands moment of, this is a brand new start. And yes, it's a little chaotic, things sort of breaking down. But there's something here where this is a lot like a detour for you, right? This is God taking you on this major path to this brand new journey. If you just allow those pieces to fall into place, if you just allow yourself to live in your truth. And so this is a brand new time for you, a brand new starting point. And it looks a little chaotic, things falling apart. But again, Cancer, this is your moment to shine and stand in your truth. And it's interesting that we see Gemini and Aquarius here, because again, this is a very fresh new start that you are moving into, right? And then we see your own sign in reverse. So again, there's something about not living in your truth. But as we get into these cards, we start off with Gemini, and there is something here about how in the spring of 2020, the North Node is going to move into Gemini with Venus retrograde on top of it. And there's something about that where it is about you allowing yourself to move into a new experience, right? The curiosity of Gemini all comes down to how open-minded you are, to how accepting of new experiences and opportunities that you are, and how open to this new information that is coming into your life. And with Venus on top of it, we really need to pay attention to if we are doing things that are of value to us to the highest degree, or if we're actually doing something that used to be of value to us in the past. There's a lot of, if you're not moving forward, you're sort of staying in the past, in these old cycles, in these old belief systems that no longer serve you. And so this is a moment for you, Cancer, to move forward into this new journey, into this new experience. And with Cancer in reverse here, again, there's something where you're not living in your full truth and authenticity, right? With Cancer, this is all about this nurturing connection, this divine connection to what really nurtures and fulfills you. But are you actually in that truth? Are you actually in what fully fulfills you completely, 100% on your journey? And so this is where you kind of have to trust in stepping into this new path, this new doorway that is opening up to you. And that ends us with Aquarius. So again, major messages about you needing to step into what is new, what is fresh, and stepping into this new value system, into something that takes you higher, something that connects you to ultimate source. So that is your January 2020 horoscope for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I hope you all enjoyed this, and